Welcome back, troops. Let's tab 59. Well, this one's another one, not even planned it. Not even planned this video, just thought popped into my head. Often bring my selfie stick out and my camera, well, with camera phone, my little microphone when I'm on the tab. Because I don't always make a video when I'm out tabbing. I'll bring my berry as well, stick that in my pocket. And then if something, a subject or something I want to chat about pops into my old Swede, and whip my berry out, stick my mic on, get my selfie stick out, totally unscripted, and just have a blurb with you lot. So I hope you don't mind that too much. So as I say, I'm out. Now, I want to chat about flags. I want to chat about flying flags from your house, from your property, in your back garden, front garden, whatever. And in particular, the Union flag. Some people call it the Union Jack. There's an argument over there right away in itself, isn't there? Is it the Union flag or is it the Union Jack? Well, for somebody who don't know, people maybe outside the UK, our cousins across the pond, you'll have heard it as the Union Jack many, many times. There's various arguments about why it's called a Union Jack or it shouldn't be called the Union Jack. The common argument is it's only the Union Jack if it's flown off of the shorter flagstaff off of a ship, which is known as a jack. So if the Union flag's on there, they refer to it as Union Jack. There's other arguments of why it's called, some people call it a Union Jack. I've always called it the Union flag, but that's just me. So there's an argument straight away you can all have in the comments. Is it a Union Jack or is it the Union flag? I don't mind. I call it Union flag. Now, so there's lots of elements to flying the flag, the Union flag. Obviously the big one, and I've seen this a few times and it does get my goat up. I'm going to tell you, it gets my goat, is when I see someone flying the Union flag. I think, fantastic, brilliant to see that. And I look closer and it's upside down. Some people, and I'm so tempted to go and knock on the door and say, excuse me, put your flag up the right way. But I don't, of course, I don't do that. But it does get my goat. So there is a correct way of putting it up. I'm not going to technicalities because really it's a visual thing, and describing it with my limited vocabulary on the matter, I'll get it all wrong. So if you're not sure and you want to fly, or you are flying the Union flag, have a look online, get an example up and check it against your flag. Make sure you got it out the right way. The other thing that gets Let's Tab 59's go up is when I see any flag, not any flag, but certainly the Union flag and the Cross of St George, the flag of England, the flag of the country of England. When you see them put up, and they've obviously been up for a long time, and they're either faded and nearly transparent, you can see through them. Some of the cheaper flags come like that off Amazon or whatever, the £5 flags. Or what's worse than that is when they're really tatty. They've been battered by the wind, and the trailing edge, the edge away from the flagpole, is becoming like little strips of ribbon. Or I've even seen half across St George, or half of a Union flag flying outside someone's house. And again, I wanted to go up and knock on the door. Oi, saw your flag out, you lunatic. It's half a flag, what are you doing? Either fly it or take it down and fly it properly, the proper one up there, or take it down. I'm being a bit light-hearted about it. But it does get my goat. Now, as far as the law is concerned, yes, you can fly the Union flag. There are other flags. I'm talking about the Union flag, Cross St George as well, and the Scottish flag, the Saltire, the flag of Northern Ireland, St Patrick's flag, and of course the Welsh flag. You can fly them from your house, and other flags. I say it's not just limited to them, but let's not spread it out too far. Let's keep it to us. You can fly that flag, no problem at all. There is no restriction on flying it. There is some restrictions actually, I'll touch on them. So first of all, they say on the website that, because I had to look into it when I put my flags up, the flagpole shouldn't be more than 4.6 metres high. However, your local council authority in England anyway may have other ideas, so it might be best to check with their permissions on your county's website, your council's website. But as a national, as a Great Britain guideline, it's 4.6 metres. And obviously, they don't want you to have your flag obstructing something. So if it's in your front garden, say, and the flag's interfering with a road sign or a traffic signal, it's common sense, isn't it? You wouldn't put it up like that. So just got to be a bit careful and think about where you're putting it. But if you've followed all the rules and you've put your flag up and somebody comes and knocks your door and says, that flag offends me, tell them to 0121 do one. Naff off. You're quite within your rights to fly the Union flag. As long as it's in good condition, as long as it's on the right flagpole and it's not interfering with Heathrow Airport or some traffic sign or something, then you are quite within your rights to fly that flag. And anyone tells you otherwise, tell them to knob off. Get knobbed off. There's no way you're going to take it down. Try and take my flag down. Good luck with that bad boy. Someone knocks on my door and asks me to take mine down, they'll get short shrift, I can tell you. I'll put my Sergeant Major head back on. Get out of it, son. You're not having it. That flag's up there. Sometimes I put the Cross St George up. I normally put the Cross St George up if it's obviously on St George's Day. I'll put it up for that. And maybe if England are playing football in a tournament, like the World Cup or whatever, and I might put it up, I have done in the past, not always, I might put the Cross St George up when the Six Nations rugby is on, for instance. Now, if you're living in England, but you're a Scottish person, or you're a Northern Irish person, or you're a Welsh person, and you want to put your country's flag up on your flagpole, that's fine too, by me anyway. I don't give a monkeys. You're proud of your nation, you're Scottish, Northern Irish, Welsh, put your flag up. When I lived in Wales, I lived there for 5 years. I didn't have a flagpole at the front of the house. I was going to put one up, but I didn't. Because if I'd have put the flagpole in the front garden, I would have put the Union flag on it. I don't think I'd have put the Cross St George on. My house might have got burnt down. I'm sure it would. But I didn't in the end. But if I had have done, because I didn't see any, in my time where I lived in South Wales, I didn't see any Union flags flying anywhere. When I drove round or walked round in the area, you would see the, I'm talking now not about government buildings, I'm talking about people's personal properties. I would see the Welsh flag would be flying. That's the one I'd see. And that's fine. I'm in Wales. When in Wales, do what the Welsh do. So I haven't got a problem with anyone else putting them up. You have to check though, if you're from outside the UK or you're living in the United Kingdom and you're from a different country, you might even have British nationality, but you're from another country and you want to fly that particular country's flag, I don't think there's a problem. I think you can do it. Again, you would have to check the government website. There is a plain English, I looked ages ago, I haven't looked recently, but I looked some time ago. I keep an eye on things like that, make sure I'm doing it right. As far as I'm aware, you can fly pretty much, not every flag, pretty much any national flag from your flagpole on your property, as far as I know. So if it's a recognised country, I don't think there's a problem with it. Certainly, I've been out in America, at the United States, several times, more than 10 times. And I was quite blown away and pleased to see the amount of private properties in America that were flying the Stars and Stripes. And I thought, wow, it looked fantastic. You'd go down the suburban road or whatever, and there'd be, every house nearly would have at least one flagpole with the Stars and Stripes on it. Quite often there might be another flagpole with the black flag, the prisoner of war from Vietnam, the missing or the unaccounted for flag. I think even the White House flies that one, doesn't it? It's quite a recognised flag out there. But I was amazed to see the amount of Stars and Stripes being flown from people's houses, from the front yards. Sometimes they'd have those shorter flagpoles that come off the wall by the front door of the house, and they'd have the Stars and Stripes hanging there. And it just looked amazing. All the flags are in good condition and they're all hanging there lovely. And I thought, wow, wouldn't that be nice? Now, around my village here, there's at least 2 flags on the lane that I live on, flagpoles that have got the Union flag flying, but dotted round in other places nearby around here, there is the Union flag flying, and it's fantastic to see it. And I think there should be more of it. I think there should be more. The government want it to do. You look on their website, I say it's been a while since I looked on it, but it encourages people to fly our national flag. That's what they're saying on the UK government website, to fly our national Union flag. It's not a symbol of far right. I definitely don't believe that at all. I'm not far right, and I fly my Union flag with pride. And sometimes, as I say, I put up the Cross St George with pride for certain occasions. Definitely not a symbol, in my mind, of being far right. What a load of bollocks. Because if that's the case, pretty much every British forces camp, barracks, station, airfield, naval shipyard, whatever, is flying the national flag, the Union flag. The Air Force might have their, the Royal Air Force might have their ensign also flying. Same with the Royal Navy, they'll have their white ensign flying. Fantastic. Nothing wrong with that at all. And if you go to, for instance, there's a few of you on here I know that are ex-Royal Regiment of Fusiliers, fantastic old regiment, the RRF. Very, very patriotic, and they often on their camps, I've seen, noticed it, tell me otherwise, that on their camps, in their barracks, where they've got more than one flagpole, they'll have the Union flag flying, they'll have the regimental flag flying, and they'll have the Cross St George flying all year round, the Cross St George flying. It's nothing to do with being far right, nothing at all. It's just a symbol of our nation. Because if you were to fly the Scottish flag, that's not far right. The Welsh flag, beautiful flag, green and white with a lovely red dragon on it, that's not far right, is it? Of course it isn't. And the same with the flag of Northern Ireland, St Patrick's, the white, the red cross going diagonally. That's not right wing either. I can't think, apart from, there's one flag I can think that is far right, and he's finished now, anyhow. Oh boy, and that red flag with a white circle and that funny shaped black cross in the middle. Yes, that was far right, obviously. It was, but no, I don't go with that at all. Flying your nation's flag is not saying you're far right. It's saying you're proud to be British or Welsh or Scottish or English or Northern Irish or whatever it is. You're just saying, this is who I am, and I'm proud, and I'm flying my national flag. And no one should dismiss that at all. I think it's fantastic. So anyway, little chat about flags. Tell me what you think. Do you fly the flag at your place, your house? Do you think that everybody should be encouraged to fly the Union flag, or whichever country you like to represent yourself with? Let me know in the comments. Have you had any bad experiences? Have you put a flag up and had complaints about it? I'd like to hear about that, because that's something I've never encountered. No one's ever come up and moaned to me about a flag that, you know, they don't like it being flown. And I say, if they did come to my house, stand by, watch this call sign go into one. They'd have the ruff of the Sergeant Major on them. But so let me know in the comments how you feel about flag flying, and whether you should do it, shouldn't do it. Are you too scared to put it up where you live? Are you in an area where there might not be a lot of sympathy towards you putting up your Union flag, or your Cross St George, or the Saltire, the Scottish flag, St Andrews, or the Northern Irish or the Welsh flag? Let me know. So, been a cracking day here. Look at this bad boy. Happy today, get out in the fresh air. I've only done about a mile. I'm going to do another few miles because I'm feeling quite chirpy today, feeling quite chipper. So I'm going to stag on a bit longer. I've got some more videos coming up on all sorts of subjects, so please stay tuned. I will keep pumping them out. I'm trying to get more and more content up because I'm enjoying it. Hopefully, from what some of you have told me, you are as well. So there we go. Remember, if you're new to the channel, maybe you're watching this for the first time, forgive this lunatic, look back through some of my videos. If you like them, give us a thumbs up, etc. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, all I'd say to you is, why don't you consider it? I'm not telling you to do it, I'm saying consider it. Anyway, that's enough waffle for me. I'm getting carried away today. I'm in a right good mood and I'm bouncing today. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to get a cup of tea after this. All the best, everybody. Take care. Stay safe and remember, let's tab.